Hi, this is James, your holistic practitioner, and today is about understanding and connecting with ultimate truth. And right now in the world, there is ultimate chaos. Really, how do you know what's true anymore? I mean, there's stuff on the news you hear, and then there's private people sharing opposite information on YouTube. There's private networks giving information around things with what's going on in our business economy, with our health industry, things that are going on with riots. All the things that are going on right now in the part of 2020 is just unbelievable. So the key is, how do we find out the truth about things? Well, what we can do, and I can offer you, is to understand what the truth is about yourself. And really, that's what matters more than anything else, is knowing who you are and getting the truth about what works for you. What works for you in those 5 neo-philosophies. What I've learned is that applied kinesiology, muscle response testing, is extremely accurate. I've seen it repeatedly for over 25 years, nearly over 1,000 people. I've worked with at least 4 different expert doctors. Each one of them has been in practice between 30 and 40 years with hundreds, thousands of their own patients worldwide. And we have discovered that if you do certain things and you're able to use certain protocols and certain ways of practice, you can get accuracy and you get truth. So we can find out the truth by going through certain steps that have been tested and are true and correct. That's the key to getting results, is to find out what's actually not getting you the results and to get rid of that. And that's what our protocols are about, is getting rid of the things that are inhibiting us, that are causing us physical health problems, that are messing up our relationships, inhibiting us from getting the wealth that we want and moving forward in our lives, because it's creating instability or discomfort in our bodies or negative programming in our minds. So how do we filter around what's true and not true for ourselves? Because ultimately that's what the key is. What's good for you? What is ultimately going to work for a person? Because we're all different. We all want different things, we all believe different things, and we all need different things. So what's really great is there's a book written back, I believe it was back in the 1980s, Power versus Force. And this book explains that everything has a power to it. It has an energy to it. It has a level of ultimate truth or no truth, or a value. It basically says there's a value from 0 to 1,000. 1,000 being ultimate truth, ultimately ideal for you as a person. And for somebody else, it may be a 0. It may be a 500, somewhere in the middle. But the key is, if you're going to make decisions in your life around anything, whether it be finances, whether it be your health, relationship you're in, your own self-confidence, your own self-actualizing, you need to find out what it is that is ultimate truth. Now, this system isn't about finding out what the ultimate truth is on which stock market code and what company is going to make you money next month, because the future isn't what we're talking about. We're talking about the present, now, in the current time. What's the ultimate truth? Because tomorrow, the ultimate truth of what's going on is going to be different. So realistically, we can't make decisions or look at what I'm teaching today for the future. We can't apply it to getting something out of nothing. Okay, that's not what my video is about. My video is about learning what's going on in the present, and maybe even going back in time and finding out what happened in the past and resolving some of those things, which are still in the present for some people. Some people are still harboring the past, and it's inhibiting them from going forward. So understanding power in this book, Power versus Force, is understanding where we are on the truth scale, and that can be basically muscle tested. As long as we're using the right filters and understanding what's going on with our nervous systems, we can find out like what is the ultimate truth for us. So let's have an example of that. Okay, You don't know if you want to do a certain job. You've got a possible interview, and this company is something that you might be interested in. You're not sure, or maybe you're not sure if this is the right industry you want to work in. It can be muscle response tested, and we can do that with a friend, a partner, a colleague. Anybody that's with you can test what the life support value is. The life support value is basically where it is in your life and how much value it has to you as a person, because only you know what's ultimately true for you, and it's in your subconscious, and it's in that fourth layer that I talk about, that innate intelligence layer, your energetic layer, okay? That layer knows if something is ultimately good for you. So if you want to read a certain book about golfing, you want to go and apply for a certain job, maybe it's a job that's a sales position, or you want to go and meet some person and be involved with a certain person in a relationship, everything has a life support value, and you don't want to even get involved in doing anything unless it's an 800 or above. Things that are in the 500 and 600 or even lower, don't even touch it. Don't even consider it, because it's not going to create ultimate love, growth, and joy for you. You want to get into relationships that are basically an 800 or above. If you're in a relationship now and it's showing up as a 500, do some work and resolve the issues going on in that relationship, specifically with yourself first, and then see if your partner or the person you're with will also do some resolution and get your value, your life, your ultimate truth of if that relationship is a good match for you. Same with this job. If you apply for a job and it's a sales position, and maybe your expertise is more in marketing, not direct sales, maybe it's only gonna be a 5, and that sales position might pay double, but you're gonna hate yourself doing it, or you're gonna wake up with massive migraines, you're gonna break your cells down, you're gonna age early from stress. That's not worth it, okay? What you wanna do is ultimately be involved in things in your life, whether it's a new job, relationships, certain health things that you're doing. They've gotta be 800 or above. 800, 900, 1,000. If you can get into doing things that are even 1,000, the top of the scale of the ultimate truth of who you are. So the key to doing that is to test everything in ultimate truth. And I have videos about how to test, is this ultimately ideal for you in the present? So take a look at that down in my website, and there's all kinds of different videos about how to test what is good and true for you. I really hope that this video was something that helped you. Please share it with people. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that new videos can be notified to you, because I'm going to be making a ton of new videos. Because ultimately, we all want to get into the highest levels of creativity, self-actualizing, and get the things that we want in our lives so that we're really fulfilled. I really appreciate you joining me today. I'll see you at the next video.